Oh my God. All right. Thank you very much. We call this game Living Room because they invite you into their living room, share their own thoughts, and then see what they can make of it. What do you think of these guys, folks? Put your hands together. I came here with a program in hand, Smack Improv Training Center 101. Proven time and again. And I threw that shit away. Because I met these people. These people have varying degrees of experience, some brand new, different degrees of language ability, different degrees of confidence. And they weren't really a team, but they were very dedicated people. And over the last 4 or 5 days, they've made themselves into a team, and I want to introduce you to the individual members. Now this person, I shouted at her a lot, but it was really because I wanted her to shout. Because everything that comes out of her mouth is brilliant. And she is one of the strong women in this team and needs to be heard. So put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Erica. This guy has been a Smack supporter since before Smack came to Bangkok. He begged me to come here. He begged me to come here and teach him. He begged me to come here and do improv. He just wanted to see some improv. He wanted to see more in the community. And boy, did it take, was it a tough job loosening him up. We pulled most of the stick out of his ass. But I gotta say, I really love this guy. He contributes a lot to the team. He's got a big heart. Delphin! There are some deep thinkers in this organization. One of whom, who's not getting the diploma right now, is Mr. Rich Cook, who's a very intelligent man. We've shared a lot of conversations. But what if you knew somebody who thought deep and wide and in about 3 other dimensions that you could not even conceive? This man is thinking on spiritual levels, beyond anything that I can imagine. And it was basically just trying to knock that out of his head and get him to be simple and be the real person he is that makes him the characters that we adore. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Hamid! Richard. Peter. Richard. Peter, Josephine. Richard, Peter. This man, who you know by now, when he actually came, he was often just the jokiest caricature on stage. And now I've seen him become the most supportive member. He's really looking out for the other people. He's a strong starter. He's become a much stronger supporter. Ladies and gentlemen, not at all Richard, Peter. This is also not Richard. Man, I gotta tell you, this guy has a brain as sharp as a tack. Now, he's probably got a lot more experience doing improv than some of these other people. But he came to me and he said, hey, I've been doing it this long, but I'm entering with a fresh mind, and I want to be funny. Well, it turns out he already was. And he actually has turned into not only part of the soul of the team, but he's one of the guys that helps keep people motivated. He keeps lifting up the other people. And that seems to have been his job, and yet his own initiations are super strong. I really love this guy. From San Diego, California, it's Sheldon. When I first started discussing this class, this guy said, I'll do it. I said, who are you again? But he came to our last show here, and he was very impressed. He's very dedicated to improv. And this guy really does seem like the heart of this team. He is, I don't know how, but he's got the perception that he can pay attention to every team member. He's genuinely concerned when someone is struggling or when someone needs to be lifted up. And he plays some of the funniest characters I've ever seen. This is a guy I'd really love to do improv with. Ladies and gentlemen, Colin! chef got wealthy. And his name became so important to me that I used it for multiple people. But in fact, this guy, he was one of my biggest challenges in a very unique way, because he reminded me of something I like to teach, which is the golden rule says, if you adapt it for communications, communicate with people in the way you'd like to be communicated with. But instead, what if we communicated with people in the way they'd like to be communicated with? He was patient enough to stop and explain his communication style and his desire for him to get better as an improviser, but what it turned into was his desire for the team to get better. And today, when I saw him post on Facebook, feeling loved, then I knew we had accomplished what we needed. He was already strong. Now he's super strong. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Cook. I wish you could have heard more out of this person. She was one of the ones I was shouting at to project. But she's also very, very generous. She's very supportive and chivalrous to her teammates. But when you let her cut loose, she is crazy. Comes up with some wild stuff that makes for great scenes. And it's made her one person that everybody wants to play with. Ladies and gentlemen, Nadia. Actually, one of the smackers here tonight was a smacker back in Shanghai. But she did not want to perform. No, I'll take the tickets, I'll do the show organization, don't put me on stage. So I put her on stage. And she's shown her brilliance, her wisdom really comes out, and she just has this pure love for her performers that makes her a natural supporter. I really love Whitney Hutchings. I had to really talk to this person on a regular basis, because although she said, yes, I want to do it, the next day it was, are you sure? And then, yes, I want to do it, and I don't think I can. And just back and forth like that, but the stuff that she'd write on Facebook, although crazy, was clearly brilliant. And I saw a spark of brilliance in this, and she hangs around these folks anyway. They all loved her. And they've all been telling me how much she has become just really the glue that's held this all together. And she's the one of us that's grown the most. I'm very, very proud of Wendy. This man is my brother. He is an actor. He is a stuntman. He is a husband. He is a father. And he is my business partner. And we can't speak each other's language. The way we speak to each other sounds like a horrible children's cartoon. And yet this man stood next to me and co-facilitated a persuasive and influential communications course last Friday at Banyan Tree, and was just the star of the show. Everybody loves to play with this guy. He understands support. He believes in and loves improv. This is the man who taught me to say, chai lao go, nan twar, janvechana top. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your time for pictures if you'd like, because I want to present for the first time in Bangkok or anywhere, it's Noise to Signal!